Welcome back, guys. You know what this means. Soybean harvest time. At least I think it is. So I got the 915 here, courtesy of JT the Egg Guy. Did all the work we needed to get this thing ready to go on this combine. Edge tester. Everything seems to be working, so today's the big test. See if she works. But I think she'll work just fine. But basically, we got the 70 acres of soybeans. And we're gonna harvest them, screen them, get them in the bin just like any other year. So join along, let's have some fun. First thing we did, we put an all new sickle in this thing. The old one it was busted. So basically the thing is, my buddy is JT the Egg Guy. He had bought this bean head, hasn't used it. So any issues this thing had came with it when he bought it. So got the sickle fixed. On the drive lines, the guy that owned this before had run it on an STS, and he converted it over to the spline coupling and not the hex shaft that this combine has. So we put new yokes on there, went through and serviced everything, put a bunch of new fingers on the reel. As you can see, had to fix a few bends in the reel. Put the dial-o-matic box on. And just a few other minor things, but this thing should be ready to go. Keyword, supposed to be ready to go. Might be, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how she runs. Updates on the Nico rotary screener for this year. So I put a cradle for the auger on this time, like it originally had. This year we're doing something different. We're putting new screens in, a smaller one, so only the hemp seeds will fall through. Basically, if we were doing the other one, but we had to screen it twice through our other screener, which is that screener right there, because it was letting too many beans through. Well, this should not let any soybeans through, so we're excited to try that. She got new belts on because the old ones were pretty rotten. Just a few other small things, but this screener should be ready to meet the challenge. We're gonna harvest a little bit today, fill a wagon, and test it, and then we'll set this up and get stuff going into the bin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just got done setting up the dial-o-matic. We're gonna be doing a vibration calibration, and we're gonna take our first pass on the weedy soybeans. So as you guys can notice, the old 653A, he's sitting here. Yeah, this girl's pretty worn. She's for sale, by the way. It was just time. This thing, it was gonna be a lot of money to get this thing going. I mean, $1,600 alone on bevel gears. We don't have that kind of money to spend on a head like this, especially with just how old it's getting. And a bean head is more versatile. We like the job this does, but we also like the job that thing does for other crops too. So yeah. But we'll forever cherish our memories with that bean, with that row crop head. So yeah. And I got my tractor in the wagon out here. So yeah. Pass number 1. I know, do not mind all the water hemp. Yeah, I don't know how this happened, but we'll get through it like we always do. All right, guys, it's the first official day of soybean harvest. So, just like every year, we got the screener here. It's dumping into the 71-foot auger going up to the bin, and the 71-foot's hooked up to 86. And we got the Daycon wagon for screenings. So when our first load of beans is ready, it's gonna go right through this setup. So yeah, enjoy. But no, the harvest has begun out there. He's already out there taking some ends off. We'll go out there and see how he's doing. wheat bunch through. So before we continue with this harvest, I want to say we are not the only ones this year who have found issue with these weeds. There are several neighbors of ours, people around the area, a lot of the people that also have weed problems in their soybeans. It was due to an incredibly wet spring. It was super wet. For us, we probably could have planted these a little later. That would have helped, but at the time we just didn't really know when the rain would let up. I think we're gonna try some different stuff next year to prevent all of this. But I mean, everything looked great for a while, but then like mid to late summer, all these things just started just growing. And we're gonna be glad to get this stuff harvested and just put this behind us and move on to corn. And because corn is fun, so progress is being made. There's a lot more to do, but this is a decent start. The wagon, I'm still waiting on the wagon to be full. Once that's full, then my job kicks in to go unload that thing and clean and screen it and clean it. But no, this is looking good. We'll have to come through here and knock a few weed stems down later on, but should be good. As you can see, this our progress here. He's done these ends back here. As you guys remember, we were harvesting corn here last year, so this year's the beans. This probably will be our slowest bean harvest ever, but we'll get her done. Thankfully, we're not starting off with the row crop head this year like last year. Last year, as you guys might remember, we had nothing but issues going into the harvest of that thing because of how worn out the head was. This is a much better start, so yeah. All right, that is another load in the wagon. That wagon's almost full. And he said he's got like 13 acres done, so we're moving along, making good progress. Thankfully, the forecast is nothing but dry, so we shouldn't have any rain interference on this harvest, which is a good thing. A very, very good thing. right, guys, this is it for part 1. There's plenty more to go. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one.